Oh no! Oh dear no! Oh, by the gods of the old and the new orders! Oh, please no! Oh, mommy and daddy, make it stop! Mr. Braggy, as you have stumbled over this dwarf, your eyes widen in sheer abject terror and horror as you're not greeted by not one, not two, but three horrifying visages. Firstly, before you, in this large, drawn-out room, this threadbare curtains that hang towards the east wall of this long hallway, and in the middle of which there's a muscular half-orc in dingy robes that stands with his foot on the chest of a male human with remarkably wavy red blonde hair. But fire burns around this orc's clenched fist, and his victims cries and squirms helplessly beneath him, right before you just tumbled over this invisible dwarf, and the whole scene just got disrupted by your presence. But seated on a raised platform to the south of this nightmarish visage wearing black robes, it has these large white eyes and rubbery purple skin with 4 tentacles encircling its inhuman mouth, and it cradles and gently caresses what has to be described as a disembodied head with feet. It just holds
Terrifying.
it just holds it like a supervillain holds a cat in its lap, essentially.
Oh, that's so cute.
Excellent. Okay. So, I think doing this initiative first, the little brain jiggles on the rubbery, fleshy creature's lap as it kind of looks at the scene, and I guess it growls. It thinks about growling, rather. And Melina, you know none of this. There's just an ooze that takes your immediate mind problems. So we go to your turn.
Okay. So, Melina, she is, so she just saw this thing get hit by a firebolt, and it basically didn't seem to do anything to it.
When you would expect a liquid thing to react to fire, you expect it to bubble, or to otherwise evaporate, or to look genuinely looser. This thing kind of looked like the reverse happened, and it just kind of got more crusty, rather than kind of disembodied itself apart. It just seems to be managing it very well, though its overall form has started to weaken some.
Okay, so she's gonna test out the effects of what a physical weapon would do to it first by trying to throw her dagger.
Very good. You mean, Mr. Punk has certainly shown you in the past the effectiveness of daggers, which is not too shabby, but yes, you may absolutely go right ahead and roll me an attack.
Okay, so throwing in this, do I take my proficiency away?
No. Are you proficient with daggers?
Okay, so cool.
Daggers are a simple weapon, and I think paladins have proficiency with all
Wow.
simple and martial weapons.
Oh my goodness! Okay, it looks like you are the lady of daggers, apparently, as you just utterly whip that out, and in a sudden flash of your glittering arrow, your dagger, you just send it straight with a bullseye mark at this melting ooze. Yeah, okay. But the dagger promptly melts into it, but not before it has utterly careened and messed this ooze up. You really have messed this ooze up tremendously. Very nice work. You have your movement if you wish to take it.
Yep, she's getting out of the splash zone in case this thing explodes.
Very sensible. Very sensible. Down here, Mr. Braggy. This purple creature with its tentacles simply has an expression like, fuck this shit, I'm out. He brings his mind flayer up to his tentacled mouth. He strokes down the very center between the left hemisphere and right hemisphere of its mind, and it whispers something in a tone akin to babbling. Sounds something like... And with that, the mind flayer, or, well, I've given it away! The betentacled humanoid puts down the now jumping little brain, and he then promptly goes down the stairs to this doorway, opens it up, and you watch him disappear inside.
I don't like it.
Alright,
That's much too.
it's now the Grey Ooze's turn. The ooze, having been truly messed up, begins to slink and slither forward. Adrian and Ponk being the closest, it strategically puts itself into this position. And from there, the monk, he's not happy with the monk. He's going to go and pseudopod slap him. With a miss. And that is his turn. With that, it is Adrian Fairbrand's turn. You are now caught up in melee with this ooze, as you're stuck to a corner.
So I am going to head over here. I can still see it from here, right?
Yes. Are you sure you want to be
But
there?
I'm fine with taking an opportunity attack for this.
Very good. You missed the crit. The crit would
Right.
not be friendly if you took it. So just know you're skirting danger, Mr. Adrian. But you're fine.
Sweet. And I am... Geez, do I really want to burn a first level spell slot on some ooze?
I don't know, man. You still got an invisible dwarf, a brain, and a
You know
mind
what?
flayer.
I'm gonna figure that this thing is not very dexterous. I saw fire didn't do much. I'm gonna try and splash some acid on it.
Oh no! My poor
You're gonna heal it.
dude. Oh no! Oh, my poor Mr. Sorcerer. It fails its dex save, and it takes 2 points of damage.
Well, I have practically nothing I can do about this. Because I want to burn a first level spell slot, so...
No! My poor
At least-
wizard! Oh, sorcerer. Are you a sorcerer?
I am a sorcerer.
Oh, you poor man. You poor man. He did fail the dex save, and your acid certainly just like fountained up from within a circle of his ooze. And like when oil slickly runs across a watery surface, the two don't quite mingle together as you might have hoped. And the acid kind of just like slivers off of its being.
I just messed up its pH balance, and it's a little upset about it.
Yes, that's
Quick, someone
exactly
get
right.
some vinegar.
Exactly. Now, Mr. Braggy, you've stumbled over this invisible dwarf in this narrow corridor, and you can feel that he's trying to get out of the way. I want to ask, first and foremost, that I'm going to allow you the opportunity to just give me an athletics check, free action, to see if you grapple him.
Alright.
Do you
That
want
was
to
my-
take it, or do you want to let him go?
No, that was my plan.
Alright, give me that athletics check now.
Blank and... Oh.
That's
It
that.
was showing a blink for some reason for
It
me.
does that while it's catching up. Now that's
Yeah,
a good
that's-
roll, Braggy. This guy is going to try and get his way out from you if he can. Now, his invisibility is not going to help him in the least when it comes to trying to get his way out. So he is going to just try athletics. Oh, he meets the DC. Which, in the case of trying to break something out, is going to be a pass.
Damn.
Excellent. So, with that, he will slither forward from what you can feel. Where are we? Yeah. It slithers forward from you. And he comes out and away. And then he's got some movement.
So, By forward, you mean like in the direction of Floon and that half orc?
Yes, as far as you can tell.
Okay.
Right, where was I? Yes. So, moving on, he is going to... He's going to go over here. That is his turn. Braggy, this half-orc looks down at you. Being as you're prone, you make an idle target, but not before he removes his boot off this red-haired, fair, but very beaten up human. And he looks at you with his flaming fist. As he looks at you with a very displeased look, for sure. He's going to send that firebolt he's essentially kept in his fist, and he's going to fire it straight down at you, which is a ranged attack spell, which, to a prone creature, is made at disadvantage.
Shit.
At disadvantage, that is an 8, which I believe will be a miss.
Huh, sweet.
Yeah,
So
see?
take half damage, right?
Well, no, you take nothing. It's a miss.
Ah, sweet.
Yeah.
Even better.
That's what it means, like, when you go prone and a ranged
30
weapon
feet.
comes down, you know? Get down to the ground, miss the bullet fire. That's how it goes.
Hmm.
But melee weapons against you have advantage, so that's the trade-off.
Right.
From there, he's gonna keep his distance while he also calls back to the creature that moved into this set of doors, and he says, "I'll clean up this mess, then we'll talk about my promotion later. I'll tell you what you need to know. Just you wait. Don't you go back empty-handed, I promise." Braggy, it's your turn.
Right. I'm gonna go up, stand up, and just say, seems like I disturbed something. Don't mind me, I'll just leave. Turn around. Turn around again. Throw my axe at the orc.
Oh, pardon me. Don't mind me at all. I just came to deliver your axe. Excellent. Very nice.
Yeah, but doesn't seem too good though.
Ooh, I don't know. That's a hit.
Yes.
And that's some good damage, actually. You
My
bloody
ruse
him.
worked.
It really did. You catch him right by the eyes, and you catch him square in the stomach. It's not like a nice chest wound. That hand axe dives into that half orc's somewhat softer stomach, and his dirty rags grow red with blood as he's suddenly in some shock, and he basically yells out, "Zemk, you better get in here and do something now!" Oh. You have your movement if you wish to take it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some cover behind the stairs, hopefully.
Very good, very good.
Oh. I cannot assist then.
People can still go past me, right?
Yes, they can. They can. They can
Right.
move past you and stuff.
Alright, that's my turn.
Alright then. With that, it is now Ponk's go.
Okay. That ooze. I have a short sword and a martial art. I don't know what it does. What roll do I need to roll?
What, just to attack it?
No, just to know that if I have any kind of defense that I should have known from this monster. What kind of a knowledge, though?
Are you proficient with Arcana?
Oh, no.
You cannot
I
opt
guess I
to
gotta
make your
roll
own
wi-
call.
I gotta roll a wisdom on myself to see if I'm going to attack full.
You don't need to do
I'm
that.
going to attack them in full with a short sword and a martial art.
You don't need to do that to, like, wisdom save against yourself. You have seen and you know that, this creature has been eating up weaponry. It has taken the darts and daggers it's received, and they have promptly come out melted. So you can probably presume that any metal you give it is going to end up melted as well. While it will still hurt it.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. So can I assume that as a monk I can short sword and then follow by martial art?
Yeah, that's how you go as a monk.
Does a martial art gain the damage?
Yes, it does because it's martial arts. Oh man, you're gonna make me look it up.
Sorry.
Yeah, it happens. This is how I
Just want to make sure I got this right.
Eventually, I get so good I don't even look at it anymore. You can use dexterity instead of strength for attacking and damaging rolls with unarmed weapons and monk weapons. You can roll a d4 in place of normal damage with your unarmed strike. Your unarmed strike is your offhand, and your offhand doesn't usually get your dexterity modifier added to it. Monk levels, yep. When you use the attack action with an unarmed strike or monk weapon, on your turn, you can make one unarmed strike as a bonus action. For example, you attack with your short sword, and you can then also make an unarmed strike as a bonus action, assuming you haven't spent one already. It is still your offhand, and your offhand won't have your dexterity modifier added to it. So, give me a short sword and a punch.
I'm gonna make it better. I'm gonna say it's a short sword followed by a tail slap.
Nice! I like it. I like it.
So
Every
the damage
limb is damage, yes.
The damage of a martial art is just 1d4, right? Because it's offhand.
Roll those two together. You take the higher number, so a short sword is d6. Let's see that short sword attack.
I mean the damage for the martial art as an offhand.
Roll me that short sword attack, and we can move through this quicker. Excellent. So that is going to be a hit. Roll for damage. With that, you destroy this ooze. In a final cut, you send 2 parts of the ooze completely in half, sending it across the room as your short sword sprinkles its many droplets of hissing, acid-covered ooze apart. Your short sword, however, is going to take a -1 penalty to damage rolls. So you have a -1 short sword.
Roger.
So now you don't even need to do your offhand. You need to run up somewhere to actually do it. If you had hit with your offhand attack, it would have been a d4 at this level. Now, do you choose to move?
Yes, 5, 10, just check what's inside that room.
Well, if you remember, this door was barricaded with several, bits of furniture to a closed door, which the ooze slunk underneath.
I'm gonna tail slap the door to break it apart.
You do so. Give me an attack roll. Just in case you nat 1. Let's see that unarmed strike roll. That is a hit. And, yeah, that's going to be 1d4 damage. But no dex modifier. But yeah, that's fine. You break it open, you open up, and you can see that there is a disgusting, rancid, but particularly melted down latrine that has been put here. And you imagine that this ooze has kind of surfaced out from this bog, I imagine.
I am glad I didn't touch it.
Indeed.
Ew.
You indeed.
And then just 10 more feet, and that is my turn.
You can also see that now that the ooze is separated, you can see that its body is floating with goblin bones.
Nice.
Probably
Nice.
suppressed on someone.
Alright then. Now, the little scampering little brain, he hops down. He's a tiny thing, no bigger than a frog, really. Let me see. Oh, he's got some speed. So he's more like a bunny. As he hops around. He comes bashing forward. He comes leaping and bounding. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, let's see.
Doesn't sound too good.
Interesting. Ah,
It's gonna eat your brain.
Braggy.
What is a brain?
Braggy, you turn around as this brain suddenly pulses and throbs, and that sort of captivates your weaker mind. I make me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh shit.
I know. It's
That's what
finally
everyone's
happened.
bad at. They use it as a dump stat.
Yes.
Not so bad, I guess.
You pass!
Not so stupid anyway.
Yep. Seeing foe against an or take. Okay, on a failure. Okay, hang on. Or take. Okay. Alright.
Oh, darn.
Okay.
Doesn't sound too good.
Braggy.
Hmm?
I want you to tell me how you suddenly, like, mentally dominate this intelligent devourer and just basically have him come trying to lick at your mind, and you're just like, hey, back off. Not today. And just have it just be completely unable to enter your mind.
He's mostly nature stuff,
Yeah.
so it doesn't have anything too grotesque, I guess.
You're just too dumb to have it control your mind, I guess.
That works too.
Yeah. He just like...
It doesn't find anything.
No. He tried rooting around for something to perch upon mentally and wound up with jack shit.
He's very hungry now, though.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Melina, it's your turn.
Yep. Okay, so Melina just sort of like walks up to her and is like, "Hey, so we just defeated that slime. What's going on over here?" And she sort of peeks around the corner and sees, I assume, Braggy with this brain dog thing on his face.
Nah, I mean, Braggy's staring at the brain dog thing.
Uh,
Between his, like, you
okay.
see him, like, because there's a set of stairs, and the way Braggy's at the bottom of them, it's kind of like, from this angle, the brain is sitting on top of his head, from this angle.
Yeah. She's just like, what the fuck is that? And she can't reach it, but she is gonna go to back him up.
Alright, excellent. Alright, things happen.
Nice.
Nobody hears anything. And, whoops, a thing happens.
Too busy staring at the brain.
Alright. I guess it's me then.
Yes, it is now you, Adrian.
Having witnessed all this occur from down the hall, I haven't seen the mind flayer at all, though. He was gone by the time I got here. I see this. I see Flume down on the ground. I'm just like, pardon me, but would you mind kindly stepping away from my 100 gold? And I am going to... I'm not going to aim at the half-orc just because there's three people in the way.
Yeah. I mean, the
So
intelligence devourer is tiny, so I won't consider him as cover, but Braggy, the stairs, Floon being prone, yeah.
Yeah, so I am instead going to... I see a brain with legs. I'm gonna witch bolt it.
Nice! Excellent! So, yeah, you begin...
One lightning damage, yeah, baby.
Aw,
There we go.
Going to the
Beautiful.
top. So, yeah, you, that will work, yeah. You suddenly ripple out in a burst of crackling, arcing lightning that peaks over Braggy's head and then arches back down to this shuddering brain. Its many neurons firing faster than any intelligent devourer could ever hope to. Its being is buzzing. Whew. And yeah, that's a hit, and you do 1 point of damage. It,
It's like I just put my socks on the carpet and just rub my feet along to get a static
Yes.
shock, and I just...
Or you rubbed a balloon against your hair, and you got a shock straight to the head.
Yeah,
Exactly. Whew.
it's just mildly uncomfortable.
Yeah, and it's not painful. It's just like, ooh, that like stung a bit.
That tickle.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. It is now this guy's go. This half orc down here. He manages to take out the hand axe that was so deeply lodged in his gut, and he puts one hand against his stomach as he definitely looked like that hurt. He will remember his spells next time. He will burning hands. He will just firebolt you again, but he's gonna miss. Oh boy, Braggy, it's your turn. I bet this is a turn you don't really want to make. You have a whole queue lining up for you to take on this little brain, and you're just like, I don't want to be the guy in the front.
Yeah, we need some barbarians and something.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna walk up and say disgusting, and smash it with my ram.
Excellent. Go ahead and do that first. Excellent.
Well then.
That is an excellent amount of damage. And, I mean, that ram was a good choice, as you suddenly just straight down. You know what you did? You crushed all of the left hemisphere. All of it. It's now just a half-lumped, bag of brain matter. And it yelps, it goes, and, it's no longer going to be creative anymore. It's just all logical.
It isn't dead?
It is
Now
not
it's
dead.
dangerous.
It's yeah. It's definitely dangerous.
You've made it even more dangerous.
Oh god.
However,
What have I done?
However, you have provoked, you have triggered someone's delayed action. It's your friend, the dwarf, the Durga. He
Sorry about before.
He looks at you with a snarl, and he sends his war pick straight at you. No longer invisible, and he hits with a 17, doing 9 points of piercing damage. Oiks.
I haven't
Stone's
used.
endurance. Right?
Yep, exactly. I haven't used it today, I think.
Sure. Let's say you haven't. You definitely spent it now.
Yeah.
Alrighty. It's now. I mean, yeah. Well done.
Wait. No. Shit. Can't. No. Okay, I'll stay right there.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I could allow a bit of shimmying in this corner, but you get an attack of opportunity from Mr. Durga. In
Yep,
fact,
exactly.
no. He uses his reaction to do his delayed reaction. That's how it works. So no, he would not have an attack of opportunity.
Huh. Can I still do it?
Yeah.
Alright. Shuffle past.
Oh god, now the
Halfway.
intellective hour can come to me.
Oh, just the
It
brain.
actually
Go
has brains
after.
to eat from me. No.
Sorry, guys. I want the orc.
Don't forget to mark it off your HP, because your token still says you have 12 hit points.
I have 12 hit points. You did 7 damage, right?
I did 9.
Oh, sorry.
You reduced to 7, so you take 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty. It is.
Oh,
What's up?
our resident kobold didn't take his turn.
Mr. Ponk, it's your turn.
Yes. I'm go right in, and as I do that, I pick up one dart to my left, and then use my tail to wrap another dart for the offhands.
Whatever darts you have been using, they most promptly will have been melted inside the grey ooze. If you use darts to get the grey ooze, they will have melted.
Oh
I
no,
think
I
he had
can't use
used
the
one
dart.
to attack the ooze.
All
I
right.
used a shot saw to attack. And this
Yeah,
one, this
you had
two die
turns
is gonna
before.
go for the brain.
Anyway, sure. I like it. Now, this Intellect Devourer has full cover at the moment. He's
You
got.
can
will
move
be
in
at the
front of me so I
disadvantage,
don't
right?
die.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I
That-
have
I
pack
mean-
tactics.
Pack tactics doesn't matter with full cover though.
Correct.
It's just the issue of you literally can't see it.
Correct.
Standing in line.
Just run through Melina's dress and
Yeah,
then climb up on Adrian.
You have to wait your turn.
Yeah, looks like I had to wait my turn.
Very well.
God.
Intelligence Devourer's turn.
I'm
Please don't
here
eat
with
my
3
brain.
people.
Firstly, he's going to move to here. He's
Okay,
just going to
woo.
square you up. He wants you. He wants to get you. Okay, he's going to claw you. Hits with a 15. Yeah.
Oh my god.
He
What a
does
strong
four,
brain.
4 points of damage. And then, make me a intelligence saving throw.
Alright.
It's happening again.
Don't eat me.
What?
Ha.
You pass, you lucky son of a bitch.
I'm just too smart.
Well done. Okay.
Stay out of my head.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. Melina, it's your turn. I highly recommend you get right into the action.
Talking is a free action, right?
Yeah.
I would just like to say, get the dwarf. I got the brain.
Okay.
Double meaning there.
Okay, so Melina can only go there, otherwise she's going to take attack of opportunity from the
No.
Devourer.
No. You can move
Oh.
forward some more.
I was going to say, if I... Yeah, I suppose I could move there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Perfect.
that just then brings me closer to... Okay, so as she runs past the dwarf, she sort of does like a cool slide pass and slashes at his... Well, she slashes where the gut would be, which would be at his head.
Yep. I mean, every organ is all of his head. His
Yeah.
liver can be found at the head. His heart can be found in his head.
Nice.
Very nice. That is a hit. And with that, you stab out all of the right hemisphere. He is no longer logical nor creative because he is dead.
Oh, that was against the dwarf, but I guess
Oh,
we can
well,
do it against the brain.
let's correct this then. Yeah, you mess up the dwarf and bloody him. Never mind. Yeah, no, he takes that. He is certainly cut up, and he's messed up as you do lash around his chest, and he gives a woof as he takes that pain and suffers it dearly. Anything else you do this round?
Nope.
Alrighty. A thing happens.
Alrighty.
Adrian.
So Witch Bolt is a wonderful spell where I can re-trigger it without another attack roll and without using another spell slot.
Correct.
It just automatically hits for 11 damage on it.
Now, yeah. I don't think they make dexterity saving throws. I don't think that's the case.
Nope, it's just an automatic trigger that costs my action. If it hits the first time, that is, and it did.
Yeah, it's a solid thing. Total cover. Does it have... Shall you move first before you do your Witch Bolt?
Hold on, I'm double checking. The spell ends if you use your action to do anything else, which I have not. The spell, or if it, I don't think it has total cover. But I will move. Would it have total cover from here?
It's because it's so tiny and you're lower down on the
Okay.
ground that I have to say yeah.
If I were to move just like 5 feet closer, would I be able to see it
Done.
just fine?
You just
Okay.
peek enough of it.
Yep. So I'm just gonna step a bit closer, snap my fingers, and re-trigger the Witch Bolt to pulse through.
Oh. Yeah, is that the 11 damage?
Yep.
Alright, so yeah, you're showing who you target. Who's your target?
Oh, it has to be the same target I had hit before, which is the brain,
Oh no!
the intellect devourer.
The bit of static you give him earlier suddenly rekindles as you shock all of his lopsided right-hand hemisphere as he suddenly explodes in a pile of horrible mind guts. It's a nasty, horrible sight. Oh goodness! But yeah, you kill him in that sudden witchy bolt. Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I can't do anything with my bonus action, and I don't want to move in melee range because I'm squishy, so I'm good.
Right. Okay. Okay, so the Durgar looks at you, Melina, and he stares at you. And as he stares at you, he grows. He grows into a large dwarf that fills out all of that corner, and looks like his broad, thick muscles fill out wall to wall, and partially filling in the doorway, basically, as he covers that off and blocks it off. And his equipment grow with him. He looks
at
at
the
you.
size
Make
of
it
that
easy to
lad.
hit, she says.
What's that?
She just says, that just makes you easy to hit.
He will try to strike you with his enlarged war pick as the large
Does he
spike.
even have the room to swing?
Oh yeah, certainly. You know, they're stout dwarves. They're used to keeping their shoulders and elbows tucked in, you know, and the mining position. And
I mean, you could always just go overhead too.
Yeah. But even then, maybe it does definitely affect him because he couldn't pull off that hit as he strikes down fruitlessly, but cracking the ground beneath him with much more fearful, like, strikes. You won't move because he filled out the space beside you. Now, this guy, he continues. Ooh, no, yes, tasty, delicious, juicy. Yes, this guy, he puts he gets his left bloody hand and his flaming right hand, and he puts his thumbs together and splays his fingertips apart before you as he sends out some burning hands your way. Yes. And as soon as I get it, yes. This fiery bulk, this flaming like set comes scorching out before you. He does work it just enough to avoid his dwarf bro, though, who definitely like keeps as far back as he can. Now then, where are we? I need you. And yes. I need both of you, Braggy and Melina, to make me dexterity saving throws.
Ha.
You pass and take 7 points of fire damage. And Melina, you fail and take 15 points of fire damage.
Oh, jeez.
That was enough.
Great.
Down.
Rough times.
And of course, I'm the only one that's got healing. So Melina's down.
Oh, yes.
Ah, shit.
Shit indeed. You need some crit 20s to help you guys out at the moment. Boo. Boo. Damn.
It's okay. You had a new character anyway, right?
Yeah.
But I don't want this character to die.
Well, Braggy, it's your turn. Give me a death saving throw.
Great. Yes.
Yes, 1 success. Ponk, your friends need you. You must cut down this enlarged dwarf. You must do it.
5, 10, 15, 20, shot
Yes.
star, and tail slap right on its groin.
Nice. Let's see it. That's that.
Oh.
His dangling iron balls are difficult with the short sword, but to grope them is much easier. Yes. Roll for damage, which will just be a D4.
Ah.
You know, he's got some
we
iron
needed
balls.
crits.
He's got some iron balls, man. Okay. Hang on. Let's see.
Floon, do something.
Well, he's like
Yeah, Floon, stop being useless.
he's a weak, shivering, bruised man. Okay, hang on. from the corner, does a MacGuffin, Deus Ex Machina, come from somewhere?
Does it?
It's got all the background music too. They wait. They wait. Hang on. They wait. They continue to wait. It'll be worth it. Come on. Come on. Does it have it? Does it have it? Does it have it? Does it have it? Wait. Come on. Don't leave me hanging. Don't. Yes!
What, you wait?
Ha
Out of-
It is Renner Neferember! He comes out from the shadows of this like crawling little hole, and he comes. I was really worried there. I wouldn't have the ha! But no, he comes out and he's armed himself with his dagger and rapier in hand. He comes forward and he sees that the friends that had rescued him before are in danger. All dirtied and messed up though, the redhead, basically kind of twin to this guy, comes forward and he arms himself. He steps forth. Well, yeah. And he gets his way into there. He's had to dash and crawl through some dirty sewers to get to you guys. But on this turn, this is as much as he can do. Melina,
So,
make me a death saving throw.
oh,
That is a failure. Alright. A thing happens.
Do I see him enter?
Yes! He charges in nobly and heroically with a large ha-ha! I'm sorry, I'm really captivated by the Monty Python possibilities here. But he definitely comes charging in as he just goes, "Allow me to repay you the favor!" As he just nobly lashes forward. Adrian, it's your turn.
I'm going to kindly just say, would you kindly please stop that half orc? And I'm going to launch a firebolt at the Duragar.
Now, because he is large, he towers above Twist, which gives you a nice but somewhat awkward shot to, like, firmly graze his shoulder with fire. It's an
My name
excellent
is
hit.
Pong.
Ponk, rather. You do an excellent hit, and, yeah, that fire definitely soaks into his being, as he didn't like it, for sure. It hurt him quite badly. It is now his turn. And, you know, he sees this guy, this prancy dude, and he sees the two of you, and he's gonna go for him. He's just like, "Oh, I don't like this situation," so he stands above Melina. Essentially, gets that sorted, tidies himself up, and he goes to strike at him. He goes with the war pick yet again. It is a miss. Now it is Gumshar's turn. He will try to firebolt Ranier. As he, once again, well, he steps back first. Gets some tactical distance. And then goes to throw some more fire his way. And that will be a miss also.
As I see this fire streak across thing, I would just like to yell, "That's my thing!"
Braggy. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
This is going so poorly.
You're level 1, it's okay. Punk!
replaceable.
Yes, Punk! It's up to you. That's a miss.
I'm gonna use inspiration.
Yes, that's a hit. Roll attack. Yes, chipping away, slashing and cutting him. Oh, that's another hit. Give me that D4. Nice. Nice.
We
Oh.
are cursed today.
Eh,
That's
Well,
2 nat 1 rolls on damage in a row.
But you.
3, I think.
3.
Oh, wait, why do I spend inspiration? I was in tactics. Never mind.
Well,
spend.
then. Well then. But it has to be said that his left side that is caught over the doorway is utterly messed up. His hand and his leg have been utterly so messed up that they start to droop and sag with, like, pain and achingness as he's just holding on. It is now Ranier's turn. He heard you basically talk about this guy, and he goes, "Very well, I'll leave him in your capable hands. Ha ha!" And he dashes nobly forward to the half-orc as he just basically goes, "My rapier shall cut you to ribbons!" And in a prompt, swift, noble-like swoop, he brings the rapier and lunges forward. With a 21, it hits, and he utterly just rips and cuts and causes a tremendous internal hemorrhage into the half-orc's heart as he bleeds promptly to the ground and dies.
Nice.
Nice.
Melina, it's your turn. Make me a death saving throw. That is
good.
a pass. I always used to forget that is a pass, but it is a pass.
Okay.
Things happen, and then
Alright.
it's me, right?
It is Adrian. You're quite right. Things do happen.
So I am going to, seeing my friends dying, I'm just gonna launch another fireball because I can't do anything else really.
Excellent. Ah, no.
I'm going to use my inspiration actually.
Ah, you take the fireball, but before launching it, you bring it back to your hand. You curl and twist your hand over, and you twiddle your fingers into the firebolt just to coax it, just to fuel it, just to fill it, and you finally erupt it forward, blasting into the Sturgar's face. And as you do so, his beard erupts in a sudden gout of fire, as he looks like a flaming skull attached to an enlarged dwarf head, until he finally just flops back and sits promptly down to the corner as he starts to shrink down and dies.
And then afterwards, when I see this happen, I'm like, I just motion to my buddy Punk, and I'm like, do what you can, as in to aid our friends.
Braggy, it's your turn.
Right.
Don't roll
Don't-
in that one, don't roll in
Go,
that
crit
one.
fail.
That is a... Let's see.
Yeah. Ah,
That is
Not
a
good.
failure.
but
But
still
it's
not.
okay, you still have one fail left.
Yeah. One.
Oof. Let's see. Let's put something else on. What have we got here? Yep, this I don't know. We'll say this is good for trying to catch people from dying. Okay. So, Ponk, it's your turn.
I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna try a medicine check on one of them, see if they can remedy the situation.
Okay, definitely go for it. That is a success. Who do you give it to?
Probably Braggy.
Excellent.
Say Melina does have lay on hands, but
Yeah, but what does it do?
I mean, this isn't gonna wake them up. It'll just stabilize them, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Vanir sees the dire situation. He comes forward and he cups the head of the poor Floon as he goes, "Are you all right, my friend?" And he just goes, "Oh, thank you for saving me. Thank you so much for saving me." And he just goes, "Hang tight. I need to help the others." And he promptly drops the head and he goes forward, and he shall try a medicine check with Melina as you'll go, "I've studied for this. I should be more than all right." And he says nervously as he tries to do his best here. Ah. He gives Melina a pass.
okay, good.
What do you want, Melina?
Okay, that is 2 successes.
And how many failures?
1.
All right, let's see you roll next one. You are stabilized. Woot! You are not dead, but you are prone and asleep.
Yeah.
Roll me a d4.
Okay then.
You shall wake up in 1 hour's time.
Okay.
Things happen. Adrian, it's your turn.
Is Bragi stabilized, or is he?
Oh, he's bleeding
did he
out.
just get a nice success. I am most definitely going to attempt to assist here. Then
All right, let's see.
I am really glad also that I had spent that inspiration, or else they would be dead.
Maybe.
They still might be. They're not out of the woods yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I have
Yeah.
a -1 to medicine, so
You got this. If it's a failure, it's nothing bad. Nothing. You don't stabilize him this round. You just panic. Braggy.
Oh,
saving
God.
throw.
So stable, does that mean if I fail, I don't fail, or
How many failures are you on?
2, 1 success?
One more and you die.
you have 2 successes because of the medicine check.
Okay, roll 10 and above and you get to live. Roll less than that and you're dead.
Come on, come on.
Does anyone have inspiration to grant for this?
You've spunked them.
Oh God! Actually, no. Didn't Pong use his
Pong
pack
used his
tactics for
inspiration.
advantage, not inspiration?
No, he cursed himself because he did the opposite of
okay.
that.
Got it.
Oh, no.
Oh God!
Braggy is with his ancestors now.
He is indeed
Ah.
dead in the sewers of Waterdeep. Oh boy. With that, Braggy
No.
just sort of finally coughs out and dies. Oh,
It was
no.
an adventure.
It
Right,
was an
well,
adventure indeed. Let's get you
Are we out
sorted. Let's get you
turn
sorted.
order
on your
now?
character short. Well, I still gotta do some stuff, but backy up. Let's just give Braggy a new character sheet to work on. Oh, I liked Braggy. He was nice.
A level 2 character.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
For the
Now I can finally do
survivors,
something.
you will get to be level 2. But first, we're not out of initiative just yet. Braggy has just unfortunately died, but there's still the matter of Mr. Mindflayer.
Which way does the door open?
Either way.
I wouldn't have seen that either.
Hmm.
Never mind.
Right, yeah. But either way, oh yeah, neither of you may have really seen the Mind Flayer. There was
Yeah,
just the dead
Braggy.
Braggy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's the
Ah.
only one.
Very
Or
well.
maybe-
So we have no clue it's there.
maybe Adrian. He was at the back, but I don't think he saw him.
Alright, for the next 30 seconds, does anybody want to explore these rooms? Or anywhere that's shady?
I would like to check out the 2 rooms with the squiggly lines in front of them first.
Ah! Whew.
Because is the squiggly lines a door or bars actually?
Neither.
I guess is what I-
These are some threadbare curtains that hang here. And when you draw them aside to peer into the rooms awaiting, they're full of mind flayers! No, they're just
Oh,
empty
joy.
with sleeping quarters that just have straw pallets that lie on the floor and rusty
Yeah.
manacles that are
Um,
bolted to the walls.
Having one member unconscious and the other dead, I wouldn't want to go exploring more, especially since we found what we were looking for.
Yeah, you have Floon there, who certainly appears much like Rainier. There's a prince and a pauper kind of situation going on.
I'm gonna just walk up to him and offer my hand and like, you need some help getting up, sir.
He takes your hand and he hugs it. He just goes, "Thank you so much! Thank you so much!"
Yes, it's quite alright.
Thank you! And he kisses
I
your
just-
hand while it's all slobbery and snotty over it.
I just awkwardly pat his head, not really knowing what to do.
He's just like,
And it's just,
I thought I was going to die!
yes, you were.
Well, it's good that you're not dead today.
Thank
Yet.
you so much!
You'll be fine. You'll be
Thank-
fine.
Thank you!
Here, hug. Have a hug.
Thank you so much! He gives you a real tight, squeezing hug, while again he snots and cries over your shoulder, making an absolute slobbery mess over you. Anyway, he's just gonna cry more, and he's just gonna say, "They kept asking me about some kind of... I don't know. It all happened so fast. I didn't know anything. last night I was just with him, and he pointed to Rania, and then all of a sudden they jumped the pair of us. We got took back to some kind of warehouse. It was so dark and smelly. And then they dragged me here. And there was so much bloodshed. They killed
Yes, and
so
it's-
many.
It's even darker and smellier down here.
No, it is.
I'm very reassuring.
Yeah.
I am going to use the magical powers of prestidigitation to clean him up a bit, because he's probably a little messed up.
Oh yeah, he's a bit messed up. Though he is
So-
very hurt and he is sore.
I am not able to help with him being hurt at all, but at least he looks better now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Rania
You know what they
basically.
say? Look good, feel good.
Wow. So, Rania basically says, I'm sorry it took me so long. I couldn't help but feel like you may be stepping into some kind of danger, so I did my best to find an entryway into the sewers. I happened to stumble across a strewn note that mentioned to go to a certain halfling's house. I did so and inspected their cellar, and they had a secret door down here. I'll show you to it. It will be the closest way to get to refuge.
Right.
That's quite alright. It seems as though every time we meet you, someone else dies.
His face goes very grim and very disappointed by this, as he just goes silent, and he doesn't go silent, he goes, yes, it is awful. I am certainly not responsible for this, but
No, not at all.
it's
It's
an absolute shame that this is happening in our city.
I'm quite sorry, but I and I don't really know what to say because I've never killed anyone before, so I'm still like a little shell shocked from what I've just done.
Who is
So
this?
this
Is this
my
Adrian?
awful coping methods.
All right, yeah.
Adrian had never killed anyone before. The worst he had done is fire firebolts at the troll, and now
Right.
he's not only he's murdered two things today actually: the intellect devourer and the Duragar.
Well, an intellect devourer is a monstrosity, you know.
True, but I haven't killed anything in general besides like ants and stuff I've probably stepped on.
Right. Well then, either way, yes, the thing that I plan finishes. Anyway, it's better that way.
It's
Rania
okay.
basically says that, anyway, if you follow me through this little passageway, we can take your friends to an actual nearby bed. I've already made them aware of the situation. They should be able to provide a bed for you all and to rest in. And it'll be too late to get this noble
would you-
warrior.
Would you kindly help us carry out the body at least?
Of
This is no
course.
resting place for a man.
Of course.
Well, for a man at least, it is a fine resting place for scum, and I just leave their bodies, the Duragar and the Orc.
Yeah.
Well,
of course.
not before, of course, looting their corpses to see if there's anything relevant.
Well, of course, firstly, you explore and you look through the brain. It has a wealth of knowledge. Ooh.
I devour the intellect devourer for its own intelligence.
I don't think that is healthy.
Hey, I already fried it. I already fried it. It's cooked. Okay.
It is not.
I mean,
You have electrified it. Now, I want to be
I-
clear. I will allow
I am-
this. You will learn
I
something.
am joking. I am
Oh.
not going to eat that brain.
Oh, don't be joking. It will be more interesting this way. You could
That's
learn
how
something.
you get like I think it's like Crohn's Jacobson's disease or something. Is eating brains. No.
Interesting.
That's how you become a mind flayer, by eating brain.
Yeah, I become a mind flayer by
Ye-
eating an intellect devourer.
You know, who knows? There is a psionics class in UA. This could be how it begins.
I am going to leave that. I am just going to loot the corpses.
Oh, you
Let
don't.
someone else eat it.
You don't let me roll from the sanity table.
Would
Okay.
you like me to do investigation?
No, you loot the half orc best you can. When looking through them, he had nothing of significance. He wore rags and he had no valuables on his person. And you do the same for the Durgar. The Durgar had on him scale mail, fit for a dwarf. He had a shield, and he also had a war pick, javelins, and that's it.
I am going to take the javelins and the shield.
Very good. And with that, that is this room looted. All that's left to do is to exit and vacate the premises.
Sorry,
Or-
how many javelins?
Oh, two.
2 javelins? Got it.
Yeah.
2 javelins I cannot use, but somebody that isn't me probably can.
Right then, so, do you guys head out through the little tunnelway that Renia talks of?
I am going to trust him because otherwise we die probably down here.
Very good. Now then,
Yeah, I'm coming.
Renia shows you the passageway he's opened up, which was just found over in this side of the wall. And when you guys look at it, it's very narrow. It's you have to crouch. Ponk, you have an easy time. But with a little bit of scurrying, you guys do come to what appears to be somebody's cellar. Just on the other side. And Renia says that this cellar belongs to a certain halfling innkeeper family known as the Peabodys. They brew beers in this cellar, and we're still in the dock ward at Fishka Alley at this place. They will seal the place up, but if you ever need to get down here at your discretion and with my persuasion, they will certainly allow you to use this to come back and forth.
Thank you.
He nods, and you all head up. And from here, you make your way to the top where the Peabodys kind of see you. And one of the halfling woman that's there, a lady named Greenhill, she basically just kind of sees you and she goes, "Oh goodness, what happened down there?"
I'd rather not say.
"Oh, of course not, dearie. Of course not. You need to get yourself rested. Frederick, get a bed for this one. Go on, get a bed." And a halfling male basically starts scurrying up the stairs, and he kind of takes the situation a bit over this literally, and he brings down a mattress down to the cellar, whereupon he promptly puts the bed mattress down for Melina, and he checks the pulse of the Goliath, and he just goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
It's all right. He did his best. I wish I could save him in times, but my draconic paw does not give me such advantage.
Oh. Sorry. So from there on, the team wait for Melina to wake up at this little halfling place, and for the rest of you, you basically can get a short rest back. And
I am most definitely passing out as soon as I can. I am exhausted mentally. Not
Yeah.
really physically at all. I took literally no damage, but I am exhausted mentally.
Of course. You're all given a soft respite, and the Peabodys provide you with some fish soup to try to take care of yourselves while you're recovering at this crucial stage. And now that we're back in Waterdeep, As a fun mini game, would someone like to point out and circle Fish Gut Alley?
Ooh,
Okay, well, I would assume that is near the shore.
it would be in the dock ward, I would imagine.
That's
Yeah.
correct. In fact, you've just made me think. Oh, can I not
I see
highlight?
fish. Is it Fish Gut Court or Fish Gut Alley?
Hang on.
Because I see Fish Gut Court.
Do you actually see Dock Ward, by the way?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's-
Fish Gut Alley. Yes. Very nice.
Oh, ignore what I just circled. I circled Fish Gut Court.
Well, this is all good enough. Yeah, you find your way over in this little section. Very close to the dock ward. Well, very close to the Great Harbour, basically. And from there, you can definitely hear the lapping of the ocean close to the seaside here, as these are definitely not cemented down buildings, but buildings built into much more like natural sand and whatnot. Cemented sands? Maybe that's not quite the case.
Sorry for interrupting. Would we be okay to level up now?
Yes, go right ahead. You have indeed leveled up.
Yeah.
Now, who's this Razuf I'm seeing?
That's me. Had a better. I've got.
See, now you get to start with inspiration, because you were ahead of the curve.
Sweet. Maybe I'll survive this step.
Oh, it's not your fault. The odds
Nah.
go against you.
Yeah.
So we traveled from Candle Lane, right? So we basically went underground from Candle Lane all the way to Fish Gut Alley.
Well, yes. It may have been different because of where you entered the sewers. Candle Lane was where that that post where you got Renier from was.
Right, yeah.
But where you entered the sewers and how far you were wiggling in the sewers, you could have started anywhere and you may well have ended up here. The sewers of Waterdeep run eccentrically deep and
Yeah.
will mirror the surface essentially.
I was just trying to gauge like how far we've traveled.
Oh, yeah, well, if you did enter right near Candle Lane, then something akin to 0.5 miles, half a mile.
Yeah. Not too bad.
No. That's like 2 very long Japan, Tokyo kind of metro stations. They have huge underground walkways. And if you can imagine some of those is like, well, you've are American. Some of you have maybe been to some mega cities with some serious metro works and stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, as an Australian, this whole miles thing doesn't exactly work out in my head.
Well, I asked what you guys wanted it as, and they got a mixed response, so we're going with miles.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Now then, with Floon in tow, you guys do have Volo's missing friend, and you should be able to retrieve your reward from him.
Yeah. We will do so. However, I will point out the fact that the deal was originally for 4 of us. Now there are only 3, so the remaining 100 gold should be split between us.
Okay, certainly.
So that'd be. I will take the 134. You two can take the 133. I'll be petty like that.
He's not even cold, and you want to talk about money?
That's the D&D adventurer way.
It really is, and I want you to know that any former adventurer knows exactly how this stuff goes down. So don't be surprised if they don't keep you on the end of a leash, because they know you're such scrounging dogs. Oh boy.
It's not like he's gonna use it.
Yeah, exactly.
As soon as a teammate dies.
Yes, he is very dead, so.
Right, so you guys continue on your way. And yeah, you make your way back into the rowdy, noisy, wonderful, yawning portal. I've got some new music. Yeah.
Final Fantasy 12.
You got it. Always a good one for a city. Oof. And there we can see the yawning portal itself. And today, it seems like it's going to be a bit of a quiet day. It's no less packed. As you're starting to enter, you can see that somewhere along the third floor, you think you can see a small tiefling boy. A very young tiefling boy. No older than maybe 9 years old. And he's currently got his tail sleekly kind of following the barriers of these these railings. And as he does so, he's skirting and shimmying beside some of the other patrons. Give me a perception check.
Oh yeah, baby, negative perception. Let's do this.
He gets some money and basically slips it into their pockets. Magara, you see that he is not doing that.
Yeah.
Instead, he is stealing money and taking it into his pocket.
Yeah. So, Melina. I changed my character's name too early, but yeah, Melina. She's not even gonna bother. she sees it, but she's deep in thought at the moment.
That's fair.
She looks troubled.
That's fair. But as you do come back to the yawning portal, you can certainly see that awaiting for you nervously is Volo himself, sitting away from you guys. He's there drinking alone while he's kind of tapping his feet and he's rocking his head back and forth like he's nervous. But when you guys walk in with Floon in hand, all messed up as he is, he basically sees him and goes, "Floon, my good man!" And Floon basically smiles weakly and comes forward to his buddy as the two embrace one another in a hug. And he slaps him on the back as he gently sits him down and gets him close to the fire. As he just goes, "Oh, I'm so glad to see you're well. Are you all right? Are you okay?" And he basically gives them the rundown of what happened, and the two spend a moment basically recaptured. What's the word I'm looking for here, guys?
Reconnecting?
Uh,
I can't think of the exact word either.
They go through a debrief, a debrief, and basically they wind back. And Volo essentially was so worried for his friend that he had a blanket nearby, and he puts it over this guy's lap. And he takes another one, he puts it into like a roll, and he puts it around his friend's neck as he goes, "This should help with any whiplash if you had any. You just take it easy, my friend. You sit back." And he basically goes, "Oh, thank you so much. You know, if you could just..." And he just goes to sleep with a scary kind of yawn and a sort of weird noise. And he just goes, "Oh, don't mind him. He's really tuckered out, I bet." Right.
Fair enough.
I suppose you'd be wanting your reward, naturally so. You've done an amazing work here.
Yes, indeed. The agreed upon price was 400 gold.
How? Yeah, about that. I confess that I have but few coins to spare, but never let it be said that Volo Vamp Guildhart that Volo reneges on a promise. Allow me to present something much more valuable. Hold your disbelief there for a moment, my good friend. Give a look at this over, and tell me if you don't find it more interesting. And he holds out a scroll tube. The deed to a remarkable property here in Waterdeep. We'll need a magistrate to witness the transfer of ownership, and I'll arrange a meeting with one after you've inspected the estate and deemed it satisfactory. Otherwise, you may be waiting on my next book, Spirits and Ghosts, Spirits and Poltergeists to sell.
I Let me check my items actually real quick. Do I have?
Do I have any fucks to give? No. Give me my money, Volo.
Sir.
I'm
You-
gonna use an insight to see if it's a genuine material.
Absolutely, I'll allow that.
Yes. Mr. Volo, if you wouldn't mind kindly just putting what you have said in writing and signing it, so we have verification of this deal.
Oh, we'll be going to a magistrate anyway. Nothing I write now is going to make a difference. We'll just be going to a magistrate right away, and you'll get absolutely all the legals that you're after, my good friend.
Forgive me for not having the utmost trust in someone who has already failed to deliver on a promise, but I would like something a little more.
I have no legal sway between the magistrates and the courts. You're welcome to stay with me until this comes in hand. If you're happy to not view the estate yourself, I'd be happy to show it to you, and I won't leave your side. You can stick to me like hang on. Give the DM a moment here. Like a sturge to a troll.
I let out a sigh, say, Punk, would you mind watching him for a moment? Durnan, I'm going to need a drink. Or 7.
He goes,
And I walk over to the bar.
He basically puts one elbow on the table and he looks you down in the eyes as he just goes, one of those days. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being absolutely fucking bladdered, where do you want to be?
Well, let's put it at an 8. I would at least like to be able to walk home. Also, Durnan, I have a present for you.
He looks surprised, but he smiles pretty broadly as he's always he gets a variety of tips, but he's always very pleased to get these. He's very happy with his. What have you got?
I couldn't help but notice when we assisted you with the troll, you didn't have any way of striking it at range, and I take out the 2 javelins, and I'm like, here, take these. They're dwarven made, and I pass him the 2 javelins.
But we make an insight check.
Okay. I know this is probably not smart, but oh!
This is the best gift you've ever given him. He's overwhelmed and overcame with the beauty of such a thoughtful gift. And he basically just says, wow, in all my years, and in the years I've been adventuring, I'll be honest, I've never had such a gift before.
I know, it's great, right?
It is really something.
Yeah, I know. It's fantastic.
You know what? I want to translate. So what he says for all other people is, wow, this is a real great gift. I can't believe you went out of your way to get me this bit of junk that came from some other dwarf. It's really, really great. And what you hear is, my friend, you overwhelm me with such overflowing compassion, such personalization, such great, wonderful craft to the Durgar, who always are known for their quantity, not quality. You really do spoil me today.
I have no clue how weapons are supposed to look. I just know dwarves make fancy weapons, so I assume it's good.
It's true. Anyway.
I mean, it's even better because he is a noble.
I have negative wisdom, okay? I don't know what I'm doing.
It's true. It's really true.
Positive intelligence, negative wisdom.
So basically, he just goes. He takes those. He takes them and he just goes. Right, I'll keep these somewhere very safe. And he just like. he puts
I'd
it on
rather
the.
you.
He puts it on the floor behind the bar, but his eyes continuously look at the fireplace.
I mean,
Well, I think you'll find the best place to keep it is inside a troll.
He looks to the fireplace some more.
I'm guessing his fire poker is even better quality than they
So,
are.
Pretty much.
are you cold?
No, don't mind me. Anyway, let's get you that drink, shall we? Okay, so, I only know of wine and beer. And I guess cider is a thing, right? It's a fruity beer?
Yeah,
Yeah, all these things are
kinda.
possible in our day-to-day lives, as far as I can remember. So, let's see.
Probably be like grog or something if I want to get drunk as heck.
Hmm. Well, okay, so he basically just gets, now, oh, wait. There's names on each of these barrels. Oh, yes.
Gorgondy sounds like a type of cheese, and that appeals to me.
He will pour you some Gorgondy. But also, he goes to one of the taps that are at the back here, and he basically says, give me a number between 1 and 3.
Let's go with 2. Cut it down the middle.
He nods, and he takes the middle lever and adds 1/6 of the mug into it, as he basically says, Gorgondy with a troll's rock. And he puts it before you, as he just goes, drink it slowly now. This is not one to be rushed.
I am going to just give it an initial sip at his advice.
Excellent, yes. You take a sip. 1 second here. Would you please give me a 1d100 if you please?
Oh, joy. I suddenly become a troll, and we have to fight in the bar.
Excellent. Wonderful. You are. Roll me a d10. Stunned. You are stunned for 1 minute. And you sit there at the bar, and you just suddenly go still. And you have an out-of-body experience as you just freeze up there.
Pong is just gonna go there and see him like drooling from his mouth, and I just look at Dylan and like, I want to have what he's having.
Oh, very good then. And he pours you some Gorgondy with a troll rock, and he places it before you.
As I wake up. Wait, Melina is still watching Volo, right?
Yeah, they're having some
Yeah.
serious chats, I imagine. She's not looking to get strunk.
Yeah, she still looks like. I mean, she's kind of in a situation where he could probably just walk off and she wouldn't notice. She's kind of thinking things through.
Indeed. Absolutely. Whew. Right then. Now, Miss Twist, Pongcraver, why don't you give me a D100?
As soon as it wears off, I take another sip.
Yeah.
Do I have to roll again, or
I'm gonna say with every sip, you stay stunned for a period of time, and you really make this drink last. Okay, Ponk. No, re-roll that for me, please. I'm not gonna have you attack the nearest creature.
I was gonna say he just dies. He just drops it. Okay, this is too perfect to not let it happen.
That is a 1 in 10,000 chance. Okay?
This is too perfect to not let it happen. The D&D gods are telling him to let
That
this
is
happen.
a 1 in 10,000 chance.
Should I
it's a
make
1
a
in
new
100
character?
chance.
Twist, you fucking strike Adrian suddenly. You don't know what you're just angry with him. You just hate him. He's just horrible. He's just a horrible man. You strike him suddenly.
Here's my question: am I conscious for this,
Yes.
or am I still stunned? Because if he's
You're
if,
stunned.
if I am stunned, he has advantage on the attack as well.
Yeah. Yeah, he's stunned.
Like I've said before, I am always fair, even if it's me over.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, brilliant.
So yeah, get advantage on that attack against me. Knock me the hell out.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh boy.
I'm going to use my key to furry your bro as well, because it's the best of my abilities. As I'm drunk and
Okay, please do not kill me though.
Oh,
I
you
do
can.
not want to have lived all this time to die in a bar fight because you drank
Yeah.
too.
Now, I will say this: there is no other class, no other, that starts off proficiencies with improvised weapons. This is perfect for when you're in a bar fight. Stools,
Or when you want to murder your friend.
stools, mugs, everything. Now's the time.
oh, what do I have to roll for the stew, a mug, and a bottle?
Just give me an unarmored strike each.
Okay, so 3 times.
Yeah, but twice. Oh yeah, 3 times, sure.
And
Oh,
does it come
God,
with
no.
a dex damage or?
It's at advantage because I'm would the first
Yeah.
attack knock me out of the stun, or would I stay stunned?
You'd stay stunned.
Okay, fair enough. That is
Excellent.
definitely a hit.
Roll damage.
I-
It's not a matter
I
if
can't
it
take
hits. It's just a matter of if you live. I mean, I'm gonna say it's gonna be non-lethally. He just has to hate you. He just has to. All right, Ponk, give me another attack as you suddenly have this like frozen, right-angled sitting half elf. You hit him again.
Yeah.
Roll damage. Excellent.
I am still conscious, not by much, but
No, you're out. You didn't
no,
update your health.
we leveled up. I didn't increase
Ah.
my health. That would knock me out though.
Excellent. You just
So I am going to use my Strength of the Grave to make a Charisma saving throw. So the DC on that is 5 plus the damage taken. So it's a DC 9 Charisma saving throw I have to make.
And then I
And
get.
Oh.
I fail it. I am unconscious. One of the
Excellent.
easiest fucking saving throws ever. I
Well done.
fail.
And then after that I'm start to wind down and just like lie on top of you. I still love you.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful stuff.
And I'm passed out.
Yeah, Mr. Razuf, you're having the same drink as them. You got no problems yet. Roll me a D100.
All right.
Let's see.
This is also just a 57.
Awesome. Oh.
Send it down.
Oh. Oh.
Something happened.
Mm. Okay. Okay. What's this one do? Oh, wait. I know exactly what it is. Okay. Mr. Razuf, you believe in your heart, in your soul, in your very essence, that you have just consumed a potion of flying.
There's
No.
a very nice pit right here.
No.
to
Roll
test
me-
that out on.
Roll me a D100. No, a
A
D10
quite
rather.
lovely
A
pit
D10
to
rather.
experiment with here.
All right.
D10.
I don't
Excellent.
know.
For the next 7 minutes, you believe you can fly.
All right. No, I don't want to kill him.
You don't have to fly over the pit.
You can just like go up onto the second floor and jump off it or something.
Yeah. Right into
But
the
the
pit.
pit is the best place to fly.
Yeah, so basically, you start basically, you just walk around normally, and it's just like, I'm walking in the air.
Just making
Oh.
airplane noises even
Yes.
though they're not in.
Exactly. No, he's a dragonborn.
Flying Scotland.
He's a dragonborn, so he's got his arms spread wide as he goes, I am death!
Popping into people.
My wings are like a hurricane! My fingers like spears! And you just walk around arms spread as you just like, you take deep breaths and you go, and the team are a little bit afraid because you're an actual dragonborn and a little bit of, what kind of breath weapon?
Fire.
Oh yeah, a little bit of fire does definitely peer out of your mouth. Just a little bit.
This is dangerous.
And you promptly go over to these two and you just collapse on them. You just join the pile.
Bloody pile.
You just see a mage being on top with a kobold on top, and now you are on top. So
Yup.
it's a triple on top.
Your mind just registers it as a landing pad to roost. Seeing as this is a dragon horde, you saw them as a horde of treasure, and you decided to nest on them.
How long am I out for? Should I
Roll me a
for it,
d4.
or- Okay, got it.
Roll a 4, roll a 4, roll a 4, roll a 4. 3 hours!
Almost as good.
Yes. So, while you're all passed out and friends in the making to be in the future, we go back to Melina, who is still sensibly dealing with Volo.
Yeah, so she's she would ask Volo for a like a parchment, or if he's got any, or if there's anyone around that just can, like, you know, give us some parchment just to write a note.
He says that basically there's nothing more legal we can do until we see the magistrate. At which
No,
point,
no,
okay.
I'm not going to be a part of this. I'm going to leave Waterdeep, but this current state my companions are in, I think it'd probably be best to leave them a note.
Oh, I see. Well, he basically feels up his body and he snaps his fingers as he pulls out his own autographed tome, Volos Guide to Monsters. And while he also does it, he also protrudes from him another booklet. This one is marked, excuse me. Oh. This one is marked Volo's Waterdeep Enchiridion, of which I'm going to show to you guys. Just a pamphlet, just a traveler's pamphlet of things, which I will be sharing to you now. It covers a history of Waterdeep. It covers the Code Legal. It covers some of the guilds that we've already talked about, the wards of Waterdeep, the nightlife, the City of Splendors in all of its glory, and all the rest of that jazz, including some of the holidays. And he even includes some parting words. And, well met, autographs cost 7 nibs, which is said of the parting words. But which case he's levied the fee in this case. And there's space at the bottom for which you can sign if you want to. And he says, he looks at his tome, kind of like, ooh, I don't want to part with this. And so he gives you the Enchiridion, rather. And he opens it up to the back where you can write your message to the guys.
Okay. So, yeah, she essentially just leaves a note saying that she's done with this. She doesn't feel the paladin way is for her. She is going to go do some training with her father, learn his way of fighting. She tried to follow in her mother's footsteps, and it's just not her style.
Fair
And
enough.
basically says that, you know, if we do not meet again, then it's been an interesting experience.
there might also be a caveat PS, which includes, sorry if the family turn out to be dicks to you.
Yeah.
And then, yours sincerely, Melina. And, yeah, he basically goes, I'll make sure they get this safe and sound.
And then Adrian was the last one left of the original party.
Yeah, just like that. Just like that.
Yeah, just like that.
We're through. Pretty fast.
Yeah. Oh, well. Anyway, Melina.
I was aiming for about like 10 people who are gonna die until when this is all.
Wow. But just quickly, Melina, you finished the little letter. You look your friends over, collapsed, drooling upon one another in a little pile, and you quietly take your leave as you head home back to your noble estate. And you've got your new character in. They'll join a little later.
Yep.
So, 3 hours pass, and you guys are waking up in a more rowdier time in the yawning portal. There are several people that are coming to this statue that you're seeing here. This statue is a statue to Mialiki, goddess of fortune. And as people are coming by, many of them look over the side. They come to give her a kiss on the lips, but when they do so, they still look over the edge and they can't bring themselves to do it. Not all are cut out to go into the darkness and deep, and they basically hesitate and pause. Now, with that all being said and done, you guys can get to work sorting out your new estate, as Volo is there, as he's just saying, it's the troll rock that really does the... Well, you get the idea. I would love to have you all as experiments later on. You could grade all this alcohol with me. That'd be rather fun.
I keep laying down because I was on the bottom there. I just had 2 people laying on top of me for 3 hours. I'm probably honestly a little bruised. I'm definitely bruised from the punches and stuff.
Right.
But I got beaten half to death, and I'm just gonna continue laying on the ground for a bit. Am I at 1 hit point?
No.
Is that how it is?
Nah.
Or is
Go
it
back
like
to
the
full.
equivalent of a back to full? Okay.
Yeah, you guys had a little bit of a tumble. Adrian, you've no idea what happened. Ponk, you know exactly what happened. If you want to share that, that's up to you. And, Razif, you were a great, glorious gold dragon.
I was, and I always will be.
You always will be, and what must have happened is you polymorphed into this humanoid form. Just gotta figure out how to polymorph back.
Yep.
Excellent.
Oh, my head. Why am I humping a wizard? Why am I humping a dragon?
I am going to cast
Ow,
sleep on the
ow.
person who knocked me unconscious.
You don't know who that is.
Oh, wait. When I was stunned, I was just looking straight ahead, and it just from the side.
Yep. A bit of that.
Would I not have seen? Whatever. I am going to ask Durnan if he saw who knocked me out.
Durham says.
Oh, wait, before you do that, like, oh, Aiden, who did this to you?
Insight check.
Yeah, no. Durham replies back and he says, oh, I kicked them out. I kicked them right out after it happened. Just some thug, just some ruffian that came by.
Fair enough. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. You won't be seeing them again, I promise. Now you friends look after one another.
I trust Durnan implicitly. I am not going to question things any further.
Now Razif, maybe I don't know much about your guy, but maybe a kobold is a good reptile kin to stick around with for the time being. You know, make some friends.
Yeah. I just say, you two look dangerous.
Kobolds do
Well,
serve dragons after all.
Mm-hmm.
And he is a dragon, of course, as he has just realized.
hey, I am a dragon too.
And you have roosters and everything. Look like you have seen some fights.
Yeah.
All of my
Yeah.
friends are dead.
Oh no, no. Well,
Roll wisdom save to survive PTSD.
no, that's a charisma saving throw to see if you have the personality to survive through it. Also, when you were just saying that
Yes.
Pong, oh my, Adrian, you don't even care. You don't give a
I'm saying
fuck.
all my friends are dead, just as a matter of fact. Like, yeah, all my friends are dead.
I'll
I
get
think
new
we
Would you
ones.
like
learned something about Adrian. He
Wow.
has the innate ability to just deliver emotional stabs.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Well, I just say, don't worry, I will protect you from now on.
Nice.
That's good to know.
Why?
Yeah, you don't look so tough.
Trusting random people I meet in bars is how my last 2 friends died. Okay? I mean, if you're cool, if you're okay with dying, we can make it 3.
I can't die.
It's up to you.
I have a question.
Wow.
I'm already promised myself that since I was coming with you on this shenanigans, and besides, those two would have say that it's okay, and then like Pong is just gonna turn around because he thinks that something was like. He thinks that he for some little of a moment there he can see a spirit of the dead people just like trying to haunt him, but he's just like, nope, not today, sucker.
Well, Punk, do you know what they're going to say? And I just say nothing. I just stare at him.
Wow, this is. Volo is just like looking to the side of his chest. He just goes, "Oh boy," as he just kind of like
but
opens his like shirt up with his finger, and it's just like, "Oh, it's getting hot in here."
by the way,
nervous.
Valo,
Yes, you feeling good now?
Our friends are dead because we decided to help you out, so this better be quite the nice estate.
Oh, it's it's a glorious estate. Truly, you've got more than I could have offered you in coin. Yeah, let's just, why don't we just have a look at it, shall we? Yeah. Whew.
Yes. Let's
Hey,
go there.
you know,
It better be enough to. It better be enough to convince me not to buy a dagger of depression.
Volo just goes, whew, whew. Okay, let's show you to this amazing estate, shall we? His voice gets all high pitched and squeaky as he's
on the
really
way
nervous.
over there. I just yank out my my ashy parasol to block the sun, and I just play with my bubble pipe.
He just basically goes, "Oh God, keep it easy, Volo. Keep it easy. Don't be afraid." Ooh.
And as Pong follow Wallows, you can see that he was doing like one of those like 10,000 yards there.
Oh my goodness me!
It's okay. I rolled a nat 20 on my saving. I don't have
But
any
above all,
PTSD.
yeah, he is not affected by it.
I am just acting like I do to exploit him for gains.
Okay, okay.
And I guess I just tag along.
Yep.
Hmm.
Now I'm not sure where the yawning portal can be found. I know it's mentioned somewhere, but you guys are taken to a little area called Troll Skull Alley, and
Lovely.
you should be able to find it over here. Now, despite the name, you are in the North Ward, which is the upper middle class ward of this kind of region. And while the south entrance is non-existent, you guys come through the north until you get this enclosed little inner working estate of like houses and stuff. So this is definitely like a a very secluded little alleyway, of which, somebody could sunbathe comfortably out here. This is a suburban little section of what is otherwise the city, but it is still connected to the city nonetheless. And to show you what magnificent place you have, you are shown the handout of Troll Skull Manor in your handout right now.
It's big.
It is big. It's a free story.
It's definitely not boarded up and beaten down.
No.
It
just
is
thin.
boarded up and beaten down. That much can be said. It is in somewhat disrepair. And Volo basically takes a deep, long breath. And he basically goes, hang on. He just goes... Well, as you can see here, this is a magnificent estate. It used to be a former tavern and
Volo?
could very well be again. Now, if you have a kindly look, we not got 1 floor, not 2 floors, but 3 floors and an attic for additional space. You can't get prime estate like this anywhere else. It is absolutely magnificent. And hey, just to get you started, and just
Volo?
before we go to the magistrate to get everything signed up, I'll go right ahead of you. I have this little
Volo?
gift from you, from Melina, and he basically pulls out his Enchiridion. He promptly puts it in one of your hands, and he just goes, "Oh, gee, look at the time. I'll see you at the magistrate, shall I? Toodaloo!" And he just begins to power walk his way off.
Yeah,
I think I
After
see
this-
a crow just diving onto the pavement.
Nevermore.
well,
I ain't gonna
this
stop
is
him.
the worst garbage I've seen in recent times, and we just came out of a sewer.
It's a
Bah.
fixer-upper. It's on prime real estate. Come on, guys.
And Pong is going to squint his eyes and we can fix this. I will. I'll have some. I have some connection with the brewer's guide. Maybe I can add some money from the coffer, and we can at least make it more sleepable.
Or maybe whoever our new person is has the mending cantrip and can just fix stuff. I do have prestidigitation, however, so I am just gonna clean everything as we walk through the manor and check
You
it
can
out.
clean, but you cannot fix.
You are absolutely correct. I am just going to clean what I can because it is. It looks like it would also, in addition to being ratty and effed up, it would be very dusty and dirty, and that at least I can fix.
Oh, indeed it is. So, would you guys like to have a little look around your new home?
Certainly.
Excellent. Give me a second.
I like to go. Yeah.
Boop-a-doop-a-doo, heebie-deep-a-dap.
I am a massive germaphobe, so
Oh.
I have to clean everything.
You're in luck. This isn't
Bye.
dirty. It's dusty. Yay!
Yes, and I can fix dust with prestidigitation.
And wind.
Die, dust.
Not a problem.
Die dust. Excellent. Whew.
Dire dust.
Oh.
It's like regular dust, except
Dire dust
Bigger.
bunnies.
yeah.
Excellent. So,
A
the
dire dust. It's like dust, but dire.
So, yeah. You guys basically, I think, roughly pull apart the boarded door, and you make your way into the first floor. Everything is. You can't see anything, and I'm gonna fix that very shortly. But
Razith, you wouldn't happen to be able to cast a spell to fix things, would you?
That's venting.
he knows what the spell is, but what kind of you know what? Let's just leave a bit of mystery to your character. A little bit of mystery.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Oh.
But first and foremost, in Trollskull Manor, you guys begin over here in what otherwise appear to be a bit of a tap room. So you... Oh, hang on. Is there a handout? Yeah, there is a handout. I'll share this with you guys, but it's basically what you see here. And yeah, you should be able to see a handout of the whole living situation. And this could very well be your new home. So it's a 4-story tall that boasts balconies and a turret with 5 chimneys. and it is actually one of the grandest in Skull Alley. Quite honestly, it's pretty great in terms of like the size of it. Um, but yeah, you guys come through.
One,
Yeah, go on.
2. Oh, I'm just counting bedrooms. 3,
Ah.
4. I count 4.
You can renovate. You could add some more bedrooms. You know,
True indeed.
you could turn the balcony into a bedroom.
I'm just a little upset that there's only one privy and it's on the 3rd floor.
Well. So you have a look around, of course, and you come down to the ground floor, and the little bell rings as you open it. Once you've torn down the barricades to the front, of course. In fact, I think it's kind of like this. Kind of is the front way. I think that makes more sense. Yeah, there's a door there, and you can see into the windows and the sides. And you can see the dusty little tap room. It's a little bit late in the evening at this point. This tap room is filled with broken furniture, tarnished silverware, not looted, may I add, which is good. That's a lot of silver for selling off or, keeping yourself. Casks of wine have turned to vinegar and worthless detritus. Don't know what that is. All these other rooms are empty and nothing except from a rat or two really is found in here.
Yep, so I clean everything. So now it's at least clean, but still everything is broken.
Absolutely, yeah. You look around the place and it's pretty quiet. I'm not sure what this is here. I'd like to say, I think that's a piano. I like to think that's a piano.
That would make sense to me.
Yeah.
It looks like the general shape of one.
If not like a really fancy piano, the Western kind of piano. Where, they begin with the Brawl music and it goes... But it's like purely on their piano. Right.
So I am not really looking around much. I am just proceeding through and cleaning everything I see. So I would go from here down to the... Oh, right, I need to put my character... I would just immediately go from here down to the basement, not even really look at everything, and just clean it.
Ah, yeah, certainly. What do you get up to, Reserve?
I check if anything's left at the bar.
There is not. However, interestingly, you go underneath the counter to look at things, and when you come back up, the ground has shifted. In the tarnished silverware that has been left strewn, along with the broken furniture, you can make out a very roughly kind of drawn set of letters, and it says in those letters, closing, last call.
Closing.
Last call.
Last call.
I dips the basement. Second floor, I am going to do the same thing once more.
It will take a real full day to get everything sorted, but this place is adorned with a variety.
Full day.
Yeah, but you also have to get the place first, or else you're just renovating a derelict house. But this place has a ton of stuff to it. Common room, and a second floor hall, spare room, bedroom, master bedroom, a private bath, a privy, a library and study for an arcane-minded gentleman such as yourself, 2 privies, 2 private baths, another bedroom, an attic bedroom, an attic storage. Look at
Adrian would like to claim the master bedroom for himself, as he is the only person that is still here from the original deal.
Wow.
He deserves this.
What's the den though?
What? Oh, a den.
The den.
Interesting. What would that be?
A den? A den is like a kind of private area, like a private living room type deal.
Yeah,
Huh.
makes sense. The place where you would sip your cognac and read a good book in your bachelor's robe and blowing a
Exactly.
bubble,
Yeah.
your bubble pipe. Certainly, that's where you do it.
Too bad I don't
That
have a
is
detective
essentially
glove.
what it is. Honestly, that's not the worst way to put it.
Yep. Right now, Punk is going to starting at the cellars. He is going to start deciding where to put all the brewery stuff from the guilds. He's definitely going to make this work. He's sure he's a brewer. He's going to start doing some brewing and using this basement as his ground base. Also, he can cook.
Yeah. So, as you do that, Ponk, you hear that in the background and turn suddenly to see nothing is there.
So apparently it's haunted as well.
Hmm.
Unseen servant.
Oh, that.
I'm going to just a quick perception.
Yeah, totally. Ho 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 ho! Ooh! What do I do with this? Okay. Okay. Um. What do I do with this? Okay. Okay. Twist. Ponk rather. Ponk. Um. You catch the visage of a half elf that kind of just silently walks up the stairs.
It's not me. I am not the half elf walking up the stairs.
Pong is going to be like looking at it and start. His brain is currently like having an error 404.
Yeah.
Uh,
He's going to slowly at first to check this section where the I assume that the half elves come from here and then go up.
What's that?
I take it that the research come out from here and then go upstairs, right?
I don't understand that, but there is a research place upstairs. Now, as you're looking up the stairs and you're kind of looking back, the ruined wine crates that are back there, one of them suddenly gets busted open. One of them kind of gets like a puncture through it, and the vinegar-like wine starts spilling out disgustingly over the floor as its smell reeks. And the other ruined crates begin to suddenly start flooding the bottom with vinegary like wine, splashing and sloshing as the crates are suddenly just like bursting before your eyes.
this would not be audible from the third floor, would it?
No.
No, you can hear like you can hear if someone can hear you can be like.
I am just going to remove. I assume the windows in the master bedroom are boarded up.
Yes, but the windows are intact because of that, and they're quite nice.
I'm gonna remove the boards to the master bedroom and the private bath. So
They
I can
are
look out
boarded
through
up
there.
from the outside, unfortunately.
Oh,
Yeah.
I am going to stare at the boards and admire admire the grain of the wood.
You
Calm
can, yeah, you can go out. Well, I think the doorways are also boarded up from the inside, I guess. So, well, how would you see? Maybe the windows aren't boarded up, or at least there's enough sunlight or evening light to creep in between them to dimly light up this place. Do you have the light cantrip?
I most definitely do not,
You
because
can-
I have dark vision.
You can hold a firebolt and to have some kind of light, let's say. It's not the continual flame spell, which I probably should make it be, but hey, you know, a bit of fire on hand. The privies are definitely out of order otherwise, as they are not connected through any pipeworks. and it looks as though someone went to great efforts to make sure that those were no longer connected to the sewers anymore.
Son of a.
Yeah.
Well, we'll fix that.
Hmm.
Hopefully.
Are you a sorcerer or are you a wizard, Adrian?
Sorcerer. Yes,
Ah,
sir.
well, there may be some useful arcane things to study, perhaps. Maybe that may still be of interest to you.
Arcane reminds me, I still need to register with the Watchers.
Oh, we will be getting to that shortly. Most definitely.
Indeed.
Meanwhile, Garrett, you, or rather, I'm looking at the Garrett, Razuf, you come to the top, which is, not boarded up, strangely enough. Of all the things, this place isn't boarded up here. And, it's not an open space, area. This is the very tower tunnel, like the very top of it. And from here, these windows have fortunately not been boarded up. And from this fourth story, you can actually see your neighbors and the surrounding area of Troll Skull Alley. You can see to the right of you, or rather to the east, you can see rising steam and smoke that you saw on the way in, billowing out from, well, your some of your neighbors nearby. Let's see. Ah, here we go. This is your place over here. Right here is your little manor, your home.
Huh.
Yeah. And
Quaint.
from this little turret here, you can actually see outward, and you can see down over here the rising smoke and whatnot. While you look out, and yeah, you can just basically see your neighbors in your alleyway, and all the buildings that line it up. And to the far, far distance, you can see Mount Waterdeep, and you have just enough of a hill to see over the rooftops, and to just get a general look over Waterdeep herself. This truly is a very special place.
Yeah.
I would
Really,
like
really
to
big.
head back down to the basement to just find. Basically, I'm going back down to look for people because I never actually saw Rizef go up.
Oh yeah, certainly. So you go down, and Ponk, you're beginning to just keep these barrels. They are smashed apart, and then they're kind of like thrown against the walls, where perfectly in sight of you, as they go back and forth, throwing against and then slamming hard against the walls.
I witnessed this. I
Hmm.
go back upstairs.
Okay.
Help me!
Ponk, you can move. You have a
Okay.
perfectly working set of stairs before you.
And I'm just, this is a rubbish deal. Place is fucking haunted. I don't know why. And I'm just muttering to myself.
Help me! This elves are bad. It's make me feel bad.
What would you like me to do here? Am I going
Just
to?
clean it up. Clean it all up.
In
This
the,
stuff is still moving around, right?
it's kind of stopped with your presence, but the water and the vinegar that basically is at the bottom now kind of parts a little bit. It parts to leave a dry spot.
Where it parts, I would like to launch a firebolt.
You do so. It not much happens, but
No,
the kind of woodwork that's beside you, like goes a bit sodden with water or liquid, and you can see that it's beginning to rot in just a dampening of the wood, in this kind of like sour vinegar, closing time, with an exclamation mark.
Right. Well, there is a ghost here, and it does not want us here. From what I can assume, is that correct, Mister or Mrs. Ghost?
It doesn't give you a straightforward answer, which is to say, it gives
Yes.
you no answer.
Well then, we need to call the Ghostbusters so we can solve this.
Hey, you are the Ghostbusters.
I most definitely am no Ghostbuster.
Well, usually a ghost stays because they have something that they regret not to do.
He ain't
If
touching
we
the beer. That's mine.
maybe they're making bad beer so they're making some drinks so bad they commit suicide and kind of regret everything.
Huh.
Huh.
Well, whatever the case may be, it goes quiet. You can't see it. You don't know where it is at all. But you feel a bit at ease, as though its presence is just tired out and resting for the time being.
Well, I probably have to come back here again because Jesus, I need to get. This is a perfect place for putting all my breweries. Am I going
Yes,
to
and
proceed going upstairs and start consider if he should hire an exorcist or maybe he could just get possessed, run into the asylum, and then drop the ghost there and come back.
I was just like, yes, it's a great idea to put the brewery down there where the ghost will destroy everything.
um,
I'm
by
And I
the
just
way,
follow after him.
Razif, now that you're back down here, when you guys come back up here, you can see now that all the silverware has been neatly and perfectly stacked in a single pile in front of you in the middle of the tap room.
Huh. That's neat.
Hmm.
Already
Right.
cleaned up. Great, guys.
Right, so the ghost destroys the alcohol, but it cleans the silverware and arranges it. Perfect. Just
Ghosts?
perfect. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Ghosts?
Oh yes, this place is haunted. You can see what it did in the basement. I can't be ours to fix it right now.
Bah, just call a cleric. They'll fix it right up.
that's actually a good idea, but
There are many eligible clerics in this city, and certainly the Watchful Order of Mages and whatnot, or perhaps even other affiliated groups might well be able to be called upon for a minimal fee to, even Ghostbusters, their services didn't come for free.
Yeah, we're joining the Ghostbusters Guild.
Oh man, don't join it. Make it. Make it.
Yeah, just
Anyway.
need a car.
Yeah, no, a hearse. A hearse-drawn wagon.
Then the set's complete.
Exactly. And instead of a black kind of funeral horse, you get a donkey. Oh my god, it's too real. Okay, so you all actually know where Volo is and where to deal with this whole magistrate business. So when you're ready, we can take you right over there.
I would like to very much have a word or two with Volo, yes.
Excellent. Very good. Do. Where are we? Where's the details I just had? Oh, where are they? Come on, are they at the bottom here? Oh, by the way, something that came in passing. When you guys go to Volo, to this magistrate's little courtroom, which is over in the castle ward as it happens, you guys find your way wiggling through some of the more upper class residential areas, but also some of the more very high functioning business and formal documentational estates. All these various high ranking places are certainly dealt with here. And you wiggle your way through until you get to one of the streets that Volo talked about. One that's significantly close to the Hawkman. The Hawkman, 80-foot colossus. You come in through the main door, and you guys can see outside Venier as he basically just says that, my friends, I'm very glad to have caught you here. I was looking for you. I came to give you this. And he hands you over a purse with 25 gold pieces over, as he goes on to say that Volo has made me aware that you very well may consider buying that manor from Troll Skull Alley. And this will help cover the tax fees that are usually dealt with in such transactions. Take this and, have somewhere to call your own.
Thank you kindly, sir.
If you ever need anything, please feel free to ask, and I will always help within the best of my ability.
Of course, and the same goes to you. We owe you for your assistance with that half work down in the sewers.
Oh, I wish I could have done more. However, I will be heading back to my own day-to-day dealings, but again, if you ever want me, come looking for me, and I will help you out in any way I can. In
Wait,
fact...
aren't I literally the only one he knows? Because Ponk wasn't there in the warehouse. Milena is gone. Razef we just got.
Yeah, he mostly directs this, mostly at you.
Okay.
He will also go on to say that I'll send an envoy out for you later. I'll make sure I stay in touch. Keep a watchful eye. Knowing a home address where I can send some mail your way certainly helps.
Anytime.
And basically pats the money into your hand, and he takes his leave politely.
I pocket the 25 gold.
Now, when you go into this magistrate's office, you can see that you come to a tiefling magistrate named Killin Silmerhelve.
Killin, really?
I will copy and paste how I'm seeing it and see if I've kind of pronounced it correctly. Killian...
That looks right to me.
Yeah.
Kylian.
Kylian.
Wow.
Kylian Silmerhelve. Definitely. And she is she's a very modern, essentially, a very modern, she's like a lawyer at large with the strut going on and a very fancy set of heels with a very sharp pair of glasses on, with her black hair combed very neatly and tightly behind her head, while she is a vision of efficient perfection and cold calculating beauty. But as soon as she goes in, she basically just walks past you all and she just says, "Follow along, gentlemen. We don't have all day."
Quite alright. And I just follow. Also, little known fact, Killin is the wife of Garok Murder Children.
No,
Are they
she
related
isn't.
to Killgraves?
No, she's not. She is she's a career orientated woman. Ain't got no time for no male bullshit. That being said, she basically leads them up to the courtroom, and she basically plops herself down before Volo and you guys as you sit across from one another, as she simply says, "Now, gentlemen, this is a simple procedure. I will be dealing with 5 more of them in the next hour alone. Mr. Volovamp Guildhart, you will be... I mean, it's not Guildhart. I'm thinking of Gilderoy Lockhart somehow. That's where my mind...
There are so much similar characters on it.
Volovamp Gedam is what I mean. And she just says, "Mr. Volovamp Gedam, you are to pass over property and possession to..." And she leaves a pause for you to say your names.
Yes, Adrian Fairbrand.
Mr. Very articulate.
Yeah, but I just met these guys. I just received a house.
I just get
Yeah.
house now?
You can leave this one off. You can put it in the names of Ponk and Adrian Fairbrand.
Well, I'll try to earn to stay in your house.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but from like a roleplay standpoint, we've literally just met you.
Oh, of
I'm not
course,
giving you
absolutely.
the rights to a house.
Absolutely, I get it. But to continue the roleplay, yes, very well. It's all very nice. I need names on the contract, please, gentlemen. If you would please kindly sign who owns the estate.
Would that only be going to one name, or could it be split between both myself and I gesture towards Ponk in this man?
The member or members that can otherwise own this estate can range as far from the singular individual or as many individuals as that person deems necessary. However, after it passes about 10, it is deemed that that group is now an officiated, registered group and should attend for a different set of contracts and agreements as stated by the Waterhavian magistrate.
Quite all right. I'll sign on it, and I'll motion for Ponk to do the same.
Probably do the same. And this is the first time, probably in many years, that a kobold have an estate in the high uptight northwest of the waterway.
Maybe surprised.
You guys need some muscle to help take care of the house, right? Maybe that's the way I can slowly but surely earn your.
Oh, don't worry, Mr. Razov. There are rules for treating you as a hireling. If you want, we can sort out your pay as a bodyguard. It just means that you don't have the rooms to control. You have to ask permission before you can make changes and stuff. But these are the gentlemen who's going to have their name written down. And so we shall deal with Adrian and Ponk put down there. And Mr. Razov, you do continue to go back like, wait, maybe I could be a muscle. I could totally do this for you guys. And Kailinen basically goes, nope, you can deal with that later. Please pass me the form, thank you. And
I'll pass it back.
Yeah, she basically very efficiently takes the revolving sort of wooden, but like mechanized sort of stamper, and she puts it in, and she stamps it across, as she basically puts it forward, and she goes, well done, you now own the Troll Skull Estate and please kindly leave now. Next! And she basically just like shouts beyond this very fancy ornate magistrate room, as she is definitely got a lot of people to do, and she basically just says again, good day, and ushers you to leave.
I just wave over my shoulder as I go in and say, have a lovely day, man.
She nods.
And
Yes,
leave.
have a lovely day.
She nods. Volo shortly behind you as he clasps you around the shoulders. He just goes, I'll admit, you had me worried there that you weren't going to take up such a magnificent estate. So, I thought I would sweeten the deal. Now, I know one person can't replace the loss of another dear friend, but I found a certain individual who is a little bit wayward, is in need of a home, and might well work for it, I would say. And you might find her expertise particularly useful, giving the house's history, you know. And he promptly shows you towards this, well, would you care to describe your character, Megara?
Yep. So
I would just... Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, Megara is I mean, at first glance, it's hard to really say at first glance. She can either look human or tiefling, but she definitely, you see the horns, you see the tail.
You are
And you even see
recognizably
around-
tiefling, for sure.
Yes. Yes, and you see it around her face, just like, it's not her entire face, just sort of the side, you see scales that then sort of go into more human skin.
Don't like the look of that. A mental image, I mean. Ugh. Anyway,
And
yeah.
A demon.
Yeah.
Valo, your solution to pay us back is for us to become a homeless shelter.
I didn't say homeless shelter. Listen,
she certainly doesn't look homeless. She's wearing very noble-looking clothing. In fact,
Well, I realize that, but he had said someone out on... So...
look, I appreciate
I'm
that she looks a little bit unusual, sure. I mean, what tiefling doesn't nowadays, right? Am I right? But let it be said that I think they will provide. Well, have you noticed anything interesting with the house so far, aside from its beautiful architecture, of course. You wouldn't happen to have
Yes, the
noticed.
ghost you failed to warn us about.
Oh, that ghost! Oh, that ghost! Oh, harmless, utterly harmless. But I thought that another person who may be arcanely minded might help in keeping it under wraps, you know. And he like taps his nose as if he's like totally in the know of a clever idea, and he's just like, think about it. What if you you could deal with the ghost, you could just get rid of it. But what if you were its friend? What if you could what if you can like help it move on? Or what if it lingered forth and it was like a good friend for you? Hmm? What if this tiefling girl right here was able to communicate with it and perhaps even be able to negotiate with it? You know, ghosts can be reasonable when given the right motivation. It's all in my upcoming book, you know.
Is that book The Shining?
What an interesting title! I'll have to make a note of it. And he does. He takes out a little pocket thing, and he has a little script that says spirits and alcohol, I think, and it says working title. As he like makes notes
I
of it.
just her towards her. Like, we can give you a place to live. However, you'll have to work for it. Is that quite all right with you?
She looks up with a very smile. She says, "Oh, that would be splendid. I do enjoy baking."
I just muttered to myself, Jesus, picking girls up off the street is how things fucked up with my last relationship. And I'm like, all right, very well then.
Well,
Excellent.
there were four bedrooms. Always use some muscle.
Hmm. I mean, he also said Volo also just happens to do the thing where he leans over to your ear, puts the hand palm outwards with the like whispers to your ears, just goes like I mean, from her tone, you know, she'd make an excellent doorway lady, you know. Think about it. Welcome to our establishment. How can I help you today? He says in his best female voice, which is pretty convincing, honestly.
Yes, fine. Let's have on with it, shall we?
Good, excellent. Anyway, he just like prompts you to look at the scroll again as he just like says, "She's all yours now. Please, by all means. I wish you luck in the city, but also, please do take a moment to look at that Enchiridion that you should find in your possession, which I gave you earlier." And he motions back to the water-deep details, essentially. And he says, Melina wanted you to have a read of it before she left.
Yes, that's quite all right, sir. I will have a look at it, and I flip it over, and I see where she had said that she was gone, and I'm just like, motherfucker.
Oh.
Not quite that, as that isn't an old-timey swear. Bullocks, I guess is what
You
I
don't
say.
need to do old-timey. I don't care about old-timey talk. You talk.
Fair enough.
You talk as modern or as backward as you want.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a beholder.
Yeah.
Another one of our friends is gone, and I just toss the book at him. Not like
and instead
trying to hit
you're
him
throwing
with
at
it,
him,
but-
but it somehow like just hit Pong in the back.
Yeah. He basically, he's just basically gone at this point. Just as you were reading it, he chose his time to escape.
Slippery little.
So, I imagine as Ponk gets hit by that book, Megara just suddenly says, "If you want to hurt him, you gotta throw it harder."
Nice.
I raise an eyebrow, and I just turn to Ponk, who I imagine would have turned in my direction after he got hit in the back with a bucket. I'm like, all right, well, I'll leave them with you. I am going to go check on my family. We don't have to role play this. I just want to make sure my grandmother and sister are doing all right. I'll head to the manor after.
Yes, certainly. And Ponk and Razuf, you know your way to the manor, and you have a handy map. You have what you can actually see of Waterdeep in paper form. Literally, truly. And it is of excellent make. The cartography craft that has gone into Waterdeep is really tremendous. And even down to the year that it was printed, which it should say, I think, is 451. Does that make
Is that
sense?
the?
Does that make sense,
Would that be
Nathan?
the current year?
I think so. I think
Or
so.
close to it. Well, I just throw it away and say, I know the way.
No, don't throw it away, please. There's so much good information. Oh wait,
So
don't throw it away.
I am not there to do anything about him throwing
So-
it away.
Wait, do we
I-
all get one or just one?
It's
I
just
would
one.
keep it. I like his story, but Punk's just gonna keep it and keep it in the cellar where he will read it while he brewing some of a very sick 5-star ilk.
Very nice.
Okay. And I am going to leave my family with another 10 gold to help them out, while I then head back to the manor afterwards. So they have a total of 20 gold now,
Very good.
barring
very
what
good.
they may have spent.
Very
And,
good.
Yeah, then I head back and meet up with everyone else.
Excellent stuff. Excellent. So, for the others, when you do go back to Troll Skull Alley and Troll Skull Manor, rather, it is now late at night at this point. Doobie-doobie-doo. Let's see. Hang on. How do I spell this? How do I spell this? Dig-a-dig-a-doo. So basically, over this place, it is quiet now. Let's see. Hang on, trying to get something. Ooh, that will do. That will do nicely. Yes. So over this place is a bit of a quiet. Whoa. I wasn't expecting the music box, but yeah, that kind of works. So this quietness,
It's very sinister.
this quietness lingers inside this building, while outside, Waterdeep is wonderfully rattling on and loudly bustling about, making great strides towards progress and whatnot. But inside, it certainly feels like it's a different matter, as the air feels heavy and stagnant.
Well, and I think it is best that, at least for tonight, none of us sleep alone. Until we really understand what's going on here.
So where do you want to sleep? Is it okay if we all can go to your master bedroom?
Could we all reasonably fit in there?
Oh yeah, totally. Absolutely.
And yes, that's quite alright.
And Punk turned to Magara. You said you are a baker, yes?
Oh yes, I do enjoy baking.
Well, I'm also good at cooking. Maybe we are making a good team. Maybe someday we can go for the cook-off. Maybe I could boost up some events or some place around here.
Might be good. Might be good.
You plan to turn this place into some kind of restaurant?
Well, I can brew and you can cook, so we might.
She just gets this expression of just pure joy. She's just like, it's her dream to have a restaurant.
Lovely. Now,
Yes.
I will remind you, Pong, that while you're talking about brewing, like it's gonna happen for you, let's see. Okay, you do have proficiency in brewery tools and cooking utensils. You have proficiencies, and I'm gonna say you own them, so not bad. It is Magara, who only has proficiency in a die set.
I haven't leveled up to the next level yet.
It will essentially require you learning from Ponk, basically. He's gonna teach you.
Well,
Too big.
I'll talk to you about this after. I got
Hmm.
some ideas I wanna
All
run
right.
by you.
I'll be open to it, but for the time being, there will be plenty that Ponk will be able to teach you, especially when it comes to actually using a proper kitchen and whatnot. But firstly, you guys have the manner of waiting out the night, as there is.
May I
Go on.
kindly suggest we go to sleep immediately?
Right.
All right. So, yeah, you will go to the master bedroom on the
So-
third floor for sure.
Question: Is there like a balcony that, like, from the first floor up to the second floor or the third floor is like a sort of balcony overlooking the first floor?
A balcony overlooking the first
I'm
floor.
trying to figure
Over the-
out, like. Okay, no, never mind. For a minute there, I was like looking at the actual first floor, and for a minute I was like, I was mistaking the
There's a balcony
layout of
here on the second floor.
Yeah, so actually, yeah, I think. Never mind.
Okay. But by the
Let's
way,
go
you can
shop.
get right up to the second floor from this outside side entrance, and there is also another balcony here, right beside the den.
Are you coming up with us? Because
Yeah,
or
she-
somebody. Okay.
But yeah, so what I was going to do is, I'll show it off here. Basically, as we're going upstairs, you see what looked like decoration on her dress, but then wings unfold, and she just flies up the stairs.
There's.
Wait, you can fly?
Listen, you can fly, but that's not a comfortable place to do that. It would be easier
I
to
know.
walk.
Yeah.
Anyway.
She's an Aarakocra tiefling hybrid.
Oh,
Well,
She's a winged tiefling.
yeah.
whatever floats your boat.
Jump
Or
out.
I
you-
just
Jump out a balcony and do that. You know,
yeah.
not up the
I just-
indoor
I-
stairs.
I like to imagine that, I like to give her this sort of floaty kind of, like, she likes to just flap about if she can.
Right. Well, when she has space outside.
Yeah.
Either way, you all come towards the master bedroom, and it's a very dusty bed. You pull back the covers of what is actually a pretty nice set of sheets, and inside, just spiders. Just spiders and no other insects, really. Just dusty spider webs and things. Easily brushed away.
Prestidigitation. Boom.
But you
Dust kill
can't
spiders.
prestidigitate the spiders away. You can only... You can you can remove the cobwebs, but the spiders remain real.
I will
I'm
remove
going
the
to,
cobwebs and irritate the spiders.
Certainly.
I'm going to
Good.
animal handling the spiders because why not?
Why not? Why not? Let's see this animal handling check. I'll allow it. Okay, so you begin to try and come on, little spiders. Come on, come on. And basically, the spiders walk and form into words at the foot of your bed. Last call.